Joining us now, Brian Claypool, a civil rights and criminal defense attorney. So, Brian, a lot of focus of the investigation is now on the wife, Noor Salman, and her alleged role in all of this. Did she drive him to the club? Was she aware of it? Did she know what was going on? What charges could she be facing?
She could face possibly two charges. One is called accessory before the fact. And in order to prove that up, the prosecutor needs evidence that she actually independently contributed to the crime being carried out. And I don't think there's any evidence of that. Encouraging a crime is not good enough to prove accessory before the fact. The other possible crime is aiding and abetting the commission of murder by Omar Mateen. Aiding and abetting means that she actually would have had to have done something material to help cause the crime. For example, examples of aiding and abetting would be actually driving him to Pulse nightclub, waiting for him, possibly driving him home if he wasn't shot, or buying ammunition.
Well, scouting it out beforehand?
Scouting it out's not good enough, John. Not good enough. And in my opinion, I don't think there's going to be an indictment of Mateen's wife. And if there is, I don't think the prosecution is going to be able to prove the case.
You know, there's so many loud calls now for changes to the gun control laws, stricter gun control. I'm wondering what kind of laws could have prevented Omar Mateen from carrying out this massacre, because if you look at his past, he didn't really have a criminal history, so expanded background checks may not have helped. He was on the no-fly list at some point, but he was taken off. So what laws would have stopped this from happening?
Well, unfortunately, in the United States, I don't think we have any laws that are in place to prevent mass terror from the inside. You've got to attack from the inside. You've got to get family members, friends, psychologists to alert law enforcement that there's a potential for mass terror. And I think we need in place what's called a mandated reporter law, where you create a legal duty on the part of, for example, the wife of Mateen. She would now have a legal duty to report an impending mass terror. If she doesn't, then she faces criminal prosecution.
So you're saying it's like a Good Samaritan law that you have to, you know, where you have to help somebody. In this case, you have to report somebody.
Absolutely, absolutely. Think about it. If there's no legal duty to report anything, most folks in the United States, they turn their head.
Yeah. Brian, we'll talk to you next hour. We appreciate you being with us. So there's a lot to talk about with this, so stick around.
Yeah, thanks for that.